welcome back to the blues lessons. This is the cut boogie, sometimes referred to as just a blues shuffle. The idea is this sounds very, very similar to the open shuffle in the key of A that is also part of this regiment, which is kind of this one. You probably heard that before, so very similar to that. Now, if we take these chords and we refret them, this time now we need to use, this is actually considerably harder to use finger-wise. But if we take this and we take it out of the open position somewhere a little more usable, a little more versatile, and we move it, it shows up at the 5th fret. So to do your A shuffle chord, you're going to need to have your first finger on the 5th fret of the E string and your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the A string. So you should be getting these two notes. Now that's the basic idea. Now in the beginning demo here, I was doing it with kind of the whole shuffle with a down, up, down, up, down, up. You probably want to start with just downs until you're comfortable and then try to work in the ups because it's a little bit harder to control. You know, I'll do it both ways. So anyway, this is your shuffle chord, and you're going to apply the same idea as the open shuffle, where you're going to strum it twice, and then you have an extension. Now the extension has to be with your pinky, and you need to stretch 2 frets above your 3rd finger. So you should be getting the 9th fret on the A string, while still holding the 5th fret of the low E string. So that's the move. And then one more strum back on the original power chord. So power chord twice, pinky once, back to the power chord. So that's the move. Now this move gets transplanted on different string sets in different places on the neck and just goes through the 12-bar form. So that's pretty much it. It's actually very simple to understand it. It's just harder to play it. So our first move goes to a D chord. Now from here, a D is simply moving up a string set. Same thing, a little bit trickier though, because now your first finger needs to create a mute by blocking the low string out. So you should be fretting your A string at the 5th fret and creating a mute on the E string. And you create a mute by actually writing the underside of the string very carefully to where you're not overbarring and you're flopping over this way and getting 3 notes as you hit your power chord. You don't want to do that, not until you join Soundgarden at least. And you want to, I don't know, I think of it as a trolley cable kind of thing, where your finger is, you know, the trolley and this is the cable, more or less, is that you're actually just physically right underneath the string. So you're creating a mute with your first finger. Because you're strumming through 3 strings, you just want to hear 2. And you plug in the same shuffle pattern there. Whoops. Only better than that. Okay, and now the form sounds like this. Then we go up to our E, passing chord, turn around. So from the E part, we have this same exact chord as the D. We just shift up to the 7th fret. First time we've moved out of position. So no low string, 7th fret A string, 9th fret on the D string. So power chord built off of that note. That's all we get on the E, just that much. And then on that final move, actually, for a little bit of spice, I added that E flat, or D sharp, depending on how you look at it, power chord to move down to D. So that E part sounds like. more time. Just one hit. And then back to A. And then our turnaround is just is 1 fret above our E chord, 8th fret power chord, F5, E5, let it hang. That's it. So it's simple in form, it's complex to get the finger stretches. So you know, thank God you're not doing it down at the 1st fret, right? Where it's a huge stretch. 5th fret's a good spot to be. So one time through the whole thing. So there you go. That is your 12-bar cut boogie or blues shuffle in A with these little shuffle chords. Great to change keys because, you know, if you move it up, all of a sudden you're in B, or you move it down and you're in G. Really good for guitar. So take it nice and slow and just make sure that you can get this stretch. I find actually to get the stretch, it helps to keep the 3rd finger in on that fret, because then you can stretch up that pinky note, and it actually creates kind of a nice little platform where if you let go, then you get this, I feel like there's tension in my hand when I'm just using the 1st and the pinky. So it's nice to keep the 3rd finger planted on the string and just stretch up for that one note and then come back. Really helps. So absorb it, learn it, live it, love it, check it out, make it bluesy, and I'll see you soon. So peace out, dudes.